In Emergency Hamburg, there is a lot of things that people like to do. But in my opinion, the most popular one is switching your car when it's very unnecessary to do so. Now, you may be wondering why I use the word necessary. Well, this little guy over here gives you guys really bad deals. Now, as you guys saw as the title of the video, we are going to be speaking about the first free car that Emergency Hamburg gives you. Now, to me, the first car actually doesn't seem that bad. Well, thanks to this bad boy here, maybe we can reconsider you keeping that first car a little bit longer. Let's actually talk about the specifications of the actual car. So the car has a top speed of 170 kilometers and 130 brake horsepower, which probably doesn't seem like a lot to you, but like I said earlier, this guy gives you really bad deals. Like, if we go ahead and look in the vehicle dealership, actually, the only mediocre car you can get after the 15,000 euros that they give you to start with is probably this one, which is 15,000 euros. I believe you start with 15,000. Please correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments, but this basically takes all of your starting money just because it has a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more speed. Like, the first vehicle is not too far off away from that anyway. Look, 130 horsepower and 170 kilometers, whereas this one literally only has 135 horsepower and 185 kilometers of speed, which you're not really going to notice big of a difference anyway. For the sake of 15 kilometers more and for the sake of 10 more horsepower, I would probably just stick with the first vehicle and get something better down the line like this. Now, I know as a newbie, you're probably very intimidated by the price that the car I just showed you is 54,000 euros. But I can assure you that working a little bit does not actually take that long to get to the 54,000 anyway. But if you do want to change, let's go and see what we can actually do to this vehicle to make it faster than the A5 and possibly cheaper. So after a short ride, we made it to the tuning garage, and here is what we can do here. So as you can see, we're gonna have to repair our vehicle for 190. Well, we're not gonna have to, but so as you can see, a level 1 gives you 145 horsepower, which costs you 10,000 euros, whereas the Audi A5 is charging you 15,000 euros for 135. And as you can see, it literally tells you here that tuning your engine will increase your vehicle's acceleration. So with that 145 horsepower, you're probably gonna beat the S5 anyway, and you've done it for 5,000 euros less. And trust me, that 5,000 is actually worth a lot in this game. You probably can't buy much, but it will help towards a better car when you need it. And hey, if you really want to upgrade your car a little bit more, you can spend 2,500 euros on the level 1 brakes. Now, if you're a good driver, you probably won't need these for the first vehicle anyway, because you're not going to be moving that fast as you would in something like this. In this vehicle, I constantly have to repair it because it's a very powerful car. But with this starter car, it's the best speed for you guys to know the map, to start robbing stuff, and to get away in chases without actually killing yourself with the speed you're going. And for all you new people here, you can also change the spoiler of your car. It depends on the car, but as you can see, you can add spoilers. You can change the suspension height to very high, very low, standard, low, high. It depends on your preference. You can do much more in this tuning garage, but there will be more videos that I'll be showing you guys how to play this game to the maximum if you're just starting out. So make sure you click that subscribe button. We didn't do anything to the vehicle because obviously I don't want to do anything to the vehicle because I never used this vehicle because I've been playing this game for a while now and I've got that. But yeah, if you're just starting out, I would probably just do the little upgrade and it'll make it accelerate much faster. You know, if this tuning garage wasn't here, then I'd understand you wanting the little bit more speed, but since it is there, you just need to use it to the maximum. Now let's actually see how this car performs when you're driving it, which is probably going to be stuck anyway when you first join the game because you're not going to know where that is probably first of all, but obviously the map is here for you guys to, you know, navigate around. But let's actually see how well this performs. Now, we was just at the tuning garage, but I haven't done any changes to the vehicle, but as you can see, it does drive really smoothly. And you know, my graphics are till the max, so as you can see, it's driving smoothly. It does corners amazingly as well. Like, even when I first started my first video in Emergency Hamburg, this wasn't the vehicle that I started in. This is the new free vehicle. They actually gave you a different vehicle before, which is now 9,000 euros, but luckily if you started with it, you got it for free, or you can just sell it for the extra money. I probably would, if you still have it and you know you want to get a better car, I probably would sell that one and keep this one, because it is just so much nicer. Like, even if I turn the lights on, just look at the graphics on this. Amazing, right? Look, just look at it, man. It's just a nice clean build for your first vehicle. You know, changing the color, changing the engine size. This car is low-key a sleeper. Now, it doesn't get off the line that fast, but it doesn't kill you with the speed. Like, you are still able to go around the corners better than most people, because I guarantee you that if you're in this vehicle, you'll probably get away if you're a good driver, because people in Emergency Hamburg cannot drive. Like, I'm telling you, they can't drive. Like, just look at this clip, for example. So here I am in my car and this guy just crashes into me. I jump out to take his insurance details. This guy pulls out the longest of sword and I had to run back to my car. You know, that could have ended in a very, very bad way. So people can't drive. He crashed into me and he pulled out the knife on me. What? This is a crazy stuff. But yeah, as you can see, it's a smooth drive. Now, you know me, guys, if you've been watching me for a while, not to glaze myself, but I'm quite a good driver, you know, so no one can really play when it comes to driving with me in Emergency Hamburg. But obviously, even if you're not a good driver, this car still handles amazing, takes corners amazing, and it just looks amazing overall. You're probably asking how long you should keep the car. Well, that is a very, very, very good question. Now, I can't make that decision for you. You're your own man or woman. Me personally, if I could go back, I would probably keep the first vehicle, tune it slightly, keep it as long as I possibly can. Now, this is because I'm just a guy that loves big upgrades, going from banger to something crazy good. Now, the first vehicle they give you in this term is a banger. Yeah, it is really, really slow, but if you tune that slightly and you save, you can go from something bad to something great. I know you probably will be getting caught in chases, you know, it'll probably be harder to get away, but guys, come. If you save and you manage to get the vehicle that you want, it's going to be so much better, because you're not going to be spending these extra money. And plus, let me tell you something, right? When you buy a vehicle and you come to sell that vehicle, this man here will not take the vehicle back for the original price that you brought it. So you're going to be in a loss. So that's why I would keep the first vehicle for as long as you possibly can. And look, when you first start Emergency Hamburg, pick the vehicle that you really, really want. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and pick the vehicle like this, because that's just going to be unrealistic and probably going to take ages to work towards. Figure out the game a bit, buy something small but something effective. Now, obviously you need game passes for these, so if you buy the game passes, then well, you can buy them for a cheaper price and they're a little bit quicker. So if you buy the game passes, then you've got a bit more of a leverage. But if you don't, then, you know, pick a vehicle like something like this that is actually worth the pain that you have to go through, the grind that you have to go through, instead of picking something down here which is gonna feel like ages away. To be fair, it won't feel ages away from 54 to 82, but you know, you can always upgrade later. So if it's up to me, I would probably keep the first car for as long as you possibly can. But listen, you don't need to listen to this information or this advice I've given you. You're your own person at the end of the day. Now, I hope this video did help you on your decision of buying a new vehicle or keeping the first vehicle, hopefully. And if you did enjoy, smash like and subscribe, and tell me down below in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.